Welcome to our episode of Chad and Friends Beer Reviews. Henry's joining us for another back-to-back episode.
Glad to be here.
And you brought the beer this time again?
I did. Moo Thunder. The best stout you'll find in a regular can, and the best stout brewed in a barn.
I printed this description off their website. It says, this stout beer pays tribute to the Butternuts Brewery's former life as a dairy farm. It's a more drinkable version of the stout breed than its heavy, boorish, and smelly European sisters. We use lactose sugar for a body and mouthfeel not too strong, not too viscous at 4.9% ABV. Unlike a true bovine, it has a malty, roasty aroma and a dry finish, but no tail or teats, and leaves no unsightly cow pies laying around the yard for you to step in.
Those guys are jokers.
Yeah, I'm using my Mets Irish tulip glass to match my shirt and hat here.
Using a regular Guinness glass. You know, I will say though, this is a real milk stout. Little lactose in there that the yeast doesn't fully digest.
Pour the J way straight down the middle.
Oh yeah?
Uh-oh.
Oh, see, that's why I don't pour the J way. Yeah, take that, Jay. Smell that.
I know, I can smell it.
Oh, that is so good. Roasty, malty goodness.
Typical milk stout kind of smell.
Mm.
You can literally smell like that creaminess, or lactose, or whatever you want to call it. It has like this kind of dairy ice cream kind of smell to it, like chocolate ice cream.
Yeah, it does have a sort of chocolate ice cream. There are chocolate notes that are pronounced. It's definitely got a roasted character. This aroma is superb.
Yeah. Looks pretty appeasing too with that.
I do have a little nature friend in my beer now.
I'll get used to it.
Drink it outside.
Alright, let's dive in here. Cheers.
Oh. Creamy.
Yeah.
Smooth.
It is kind of milky.
Yeah.
More in the finish though. The actual mouthfeel is a little chocolatey. It's not quite as strong as I thought it was going to be, but I guess that's the point. Is it's supposed to be more of a mild stout?
Yeah. Well, they're making fun of the European stouts here. They wanted something mild, I guess, and they pulled it off. It's immensely drinkable. For the car bomb folks out there, this is probably going to beat Guinness 10 to 1.
Yeah.
It's got the thickness of some oatmeal stouts, which I prefer, so it's good. It also has just a little bit of bitterness. You can tell that the hops in here are amiable.
Yeah, see, I think it's actually fairly thin. It's like, again, I wouldn't call it watery, it's just...
Well, it's thicker than Guinness.
Thin, yeah.
It's definitely thicker than Guinness, which is good, because Guinness is a little watery for what I look for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, drop a shot of Irish cream in half of one of these and drink it down. Tell me what it tastes like, because I have not had a chance to do it.
I would prefer a more roasty flavor, though.
Okay.
Because they made a point of saying that it was going to be roasty. I don't really get... I get like a little bit, but not that much.
Because I get a very roasty nose on this beer. It's a chocolatey, roasted aroma. But maybe in the flavor it's not roasty enough, you're saying? Okay.
It's certainly easy to drink, though. This goes down so smooth. There's next to no bitterness. And it's sweet, but it's not overly sweet, like it's going to make you sick of how sweet it is, you know?
Oh, this is a great session stout.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's also in cans if you drink in places where you don't want to have glass, like by a pool. There's often a problem with trying to find, higher end stuff or stouts that, you don't have to worry about a nitro widget. This is just a canned milk stout that's pretty good.
It's starting to kind of peter out as I'm getting down here now. It's not quite as lively, not quite as flavorful as it first was.
Okay. Do you like a more effervescent stout?
It's like a stronger tasting stout.
Okay. Well, you also like Imperials, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I were back just finishing up with the Moo Thunder. I liked it. Didn't quite blow my mind, but it's a good milk stout. Pretty flavorful at first. It gets a little more mild as it goes on, but it's highly, highly drinkable. And there's nothing about it that I don't like, so I'm gonna give it a 7. It's a solid 7. It's a good beer. It's not a great beer, but I don't think it's meant to be.
Okay.
What do you think?
Hey, it is what it is, and that's a beer in a can brewed in a barn.
Yeah.
And for that, they do a great job. Look, there's a lot of other stouts that I think are better than this. There are milk and cream stouts that are better than this. I think that even the Sam Adams cream stout
Right.
is better than this. But it is a solid performer. It's a good session beer. You can enjoy it. You can relax. You can have it, and you can bring it to places where you otherwise might not. Although there is one slight issue, and some girl assailed us with a paper airplane during the review earlier, and we tried not to laugh. Luckily, we weren't killed. No eyes were put out. But Stacy Lee here says, it's creamy, but I get this overwhelming olive flavor, yet I want more. Maybe it would be good in a dirty martini. That's interesting. A beer in a dirty martini? Maybe we've got a new thing here. But,
I don't drink mixed drink. I don't
yeah,
drink cocktails.
we're not booze guys, right?
Yeah.
We're beer guys. But hey, there is a tiny undercurrent, a mild off flavor. Oh, by the way, yeah, that's her over there. Yeah, there's a tiny off flavor just kind of in there. It's not terrible, but it's in there. So I give it a 7. It is a solid 7. Enjoy it. Make it a session stout one night.
Yep. All right, so that does it for this episode. Thanks to Henry for coming out and providing the beer.
Glad to do it. And don't forget to have an amount of it. In a can, Moo Thunder.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.